So Jamal Hill doesn't seem to be a very big fan of Jack Della Maddalena. It's a really random from Jamal Hill to be so like aggro about this. So he put up so the UFC put up a Instagram post where it was like 6-0 in the UFC for Jack Della Maddalena, and then Jamal Hill commented, and I imagine him clapping his hands when he says this, but he's like 4-2. Dude has straight up been gifted 2 wins in a row that he didn't earn. Period. That's what I'm pitching. This is how I'm picturing Jamal Hill as he's commented this. I'm picturing him fucking clapping his hands very aggressively. In this, I picture this in a very aggressive tone. He left 3 exclamation marks in there, so you know he means business. You know he's serious. He's not whispering this. This isn't 4-2 dudes has straight up been gifted 2 wins in a row that he didn't earn. Period. You know he's not saying it quietly. He's saying it loud and proud that he thinks Jack Del Maddalena lost to Basil Hafez and Kevin Holland. I don't understand the logic in this though, because if you know anything about the unified rules, which a lot of fighters don't actually know, which is why a lot of fighters will do things that aren't going to get them victories, and then they'll act surprised when the decision doesn't go their way. Like obviously Jack Del- Jack Della Maddalena clearly won the second and third round against Basil Hafez. With damage, damage is the number one scoring criteria. You land the biggest shots, and then that's how you win. You don't win off control. You don't win off total strikes. You win off landing the more significant and powerful shots. And he clearly outdamaged Basil Fez. And then for the Kevin Holland fight, Kevin Holland landed more, but they were pitter patter shots, while Jack Della Maddalena was landing clean, powerful shots to Kevin Holland. And a lot of the shots that they were saying that Kevin Holland landed were to the guard of Jack Della Maddalena. So you really can't count any. There was only really a few clean, significant shots Kevin Holland landed, but Jack Della Maddalena was just landing the way cleaner shots against Kevin Holland. It was really weird, and he was hurting him with leg kicks as well. So I don't understand. I get that Jamal Hill is friends with Kevin Holland, but it is like it. You can't even justify giving that fight to Kevin Holland. I've watched it back so many times, and I keep scoring at 30-27 to Jack Della Maddalena. Now there's an argument maybe you could give the second round to Kevin Holland, but even then, that was the round where Jack landed that really good body head combo. He was. I think that was also the round he kicked Kevin Holland in the ass. But still, he's clearly winning. He clearly won that fight. Like it's more. There's a better argument for giving Della 3 rounds than giving Kevin Holland 1 round. There's a better chance. 30-27 Jack is better than a 29-28 Jack. Like I don't see the argument at all for giving Kevin Holland that fight. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get the fight wasn't the barn burner everyone thought it was, but Jack Della Maddalena clearly had the way, with his defense, he just, yeah, he clearly won that. And, you know, ja Jamal Hill's put out a few posts uh, about this fight, like in the comments. I think he said that, oh, what was it? He said something about BS decision. Jack was punching air most of the fight, and Kevin controls the range and pace. This is not even true at all. Jack was the one controlling the pace, and that he was the one pressing forward and using head movement and his guard to not get punched with anything significant, while Kevin Holland was getting fucking body head, kick to the leg, getting hit to the head a bunch of times, getting elbowed to the head. You know, Kevin Holland was taking a shit ton of damage in that fight. He was the one taking all the damage. Now he wasn't getting fucking dropped and rocked all over the place, but he was getting hit significantly, way worse than anything that Kevin Holland landed on Jack Della Molina. I can't believe there's even like an argument. I can't believe people are arguing that Kevin Holland won. I get he's a fan favorite, and I get that Jamal Hill is friends with Kevin Holland, but you can't argue that fight for Kevin Holland. You know, a lot of fighters don't understand the scoring criteria of MMA. Like, they're biased for their friends and their teammates, which I understand, but still. And then Australian MMA put up a post saying Jamal Hill's not happy with Jack Della Maddalena, something along them lines. And then Jamal Hill commented, "This trend is pathetic." Actually, wait, I gotta do the. This trend is pathetic. A bunch of couch pussies in the big face. Well, with a bunch of exclamation marks. Your boy lost twice. Multiple real fighters no. So sad, mad, and broke bums. So that's what he said. No, clapping his hands aggressively as he says it. Uh, that's just, I don't know. I've seen him in a lot of videos. He does do that. He does clap his hands like when he's fucking making a point. So I'm just every time I see him comment something and he's like, being very argumentative or, arguing with someone, I'm just picturing him clapping his hands like aggressively. But yeah, I imagine Jamal, he was clapping his hands to this. But yeah, really weird. I don't know why he's coming at Jack Della so aggressively. Like, Jack Della is such a humble, nice guy. Why has he fucking got some deep hatred for Jack Della? Like, I don't know. It's really weird from Jamal Hill. Like, I like Jamal Hill. Like, this is a really rare L for him. Like, a lot of the time he's solid. He's normally very calm and collected in the stuff he says, but it's like it seems like there's like a genuine hatred for Jack Della Maddalena here. It's weird. And the whole multiple real fighters know, so stay mad and broke bums is so weird because I've seen so many fighters that gave that fight to Jack Della Maddalena. Brad Tavares in the comments of of the post that uh, he said about how Holland, it was a BS decision. Holland won with the pace and range. In that same comments, you have Brad Tavares saying that that was a JDM 30-27. So I don't know, really weird that he's using that argument that the real fighters all picked Holland to win. The only real fighters that picked him to win were all guys like Terrence McKinney and Jamal Hill, who are friends with Kevin Holland. It's, I don't know, weird. It just shows his bias. Like, he's just clearly biased because there's no way you can give that fight. If you look at the media scores for that fight, literally every media member gave it to Jack Della Maddalena. Like literally every single person. And the majority of people, I'm pretty sure, gave it 30-27 as well. Like the fans that got, the fans that did it. Yeah, so 373 373 people put their scorecards on the MMA decisions. 44.2% had it 30-27 Jack Della Maddalena, and then 38.6% had it for Della Maddalena by 29-28. And yeah, so combined 83.6% had that fight for Jack Della Maddalena. So I don't get why people are crying robbery. Literally every media member had it for Jack Della Maddalena. One, two, three, four, five had it for Della Maddalena by 30-27 for the media members. And all the comments say clear 3-0 JDM. So I don't know, it's just weird. And Mike Bell was also the one judge that scored it for Holland, and he had a horrible night that night. So still, shit judge. He's normally solid, but he had a really bad night of judging that night, and it shows because he was the same judge who gave that fight. Uh, he gave that 10-8 to Alexa Grasso. So yeah, I don't know. Weird from Jamal Hill. I don't know why he has such a deep hatred for Jack Della Maddalena. I get he beat his friend. Maybe he was friends with Basil Hafez too. I'm not sure actually. That would make sense. I'd hate him too if he was beating all my friends back to back. But yeah, I don't know. That was a very clear win to Jack Della Maddalena. Both of them were. They were both very clear wins. Just because one of the judges made it a split decision doesn't mean you can say, "Oh, it was a robbery." Like, no, it's very clearly JDM's wins. And I don't know. I think Jamal Hill's maybe just fucking pissed off while he's on the sidelines because of his injury, and maybe he's just like, I don't know. It seems like he's gonna fucking It seems like he's gonna cut down to fucking welterweight and fucking take a swing at Jack by the way he's fucking commenting. You'd think he was trying to like push for a fight against JDM. The like fucking anger you can hear in his comments. I don't know. It's really weird. You know, I just never thought I would see fucking Jamal Hill have. Out of all the fighters, I wouldn't have picked him to have such this weird hatred for fucking Jack Della Maddalena. Like, I feel like they would get along if they fucking knew each other, but still, I don't know, weird. Actually, does Jamal Hill train with Joaquin Buckley? That would make some sense, actually. I think they're friends, aren't they? Maybe that's why, because Joaquin Buckley like started some random beef with JDM, so that would make sense. I don't know. Still weird, really weird. Uh, the fighters that he's talking about, the real fighters, he's talking about himself and Terrence McKinney. It's like, oh, cool, Terrence McKinney, okay, because he's totally not biased either. Yeah, I don't know. Terrence McKinney also said that JDM's coming off back-to-back bad decisions. So, these guys, I don't know, they show their bias. It's not, yeah, I don't know. It's not good to see. You don't have to go on the fucking deep end and go have like massive hatred over the guy because you don't agree with the decision. But still, you're just wrong with the decision though, because JDM clearly won both them fights. You don't have to be a fighter to properly score fights because, people say that retired fighters and everything should be judges, but no, like they shouldn't be because if they are, they're gonna have biases, and it always clearly shows because you see some of the worst scorecards from actual fighters. But yeah, anyone saying that fight was a robbery is like, yeah, you can't even argue that's a robbery, man. I don't know. It's frustrating sometimes being an MMA fan, and I've extensively read the scoring criteria. As sad as it sounds, like I know the scoring criteria like the back of my hand, but still, it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully, Jamal Hill calms down. Hopefully, him and JDM can be cool because I like both guys. They're both pretty fun fighters. Both got nice boxing styles. And I actually really like Jamal Hill, but this is just really out of character for him. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.